to do with ethics, and it's been very interesting to me. So I definitely want to come back to that. I realize I never said anything, but I want it to be like a month or two out.
Oh, okay.
Because I really want to do like a decent amount of research.
You want to talk? I'm gonna check my phone really quick to make sure this is going. You want to talk just all about ethics?
Well,
or do you want to cover the subject of killing off
well,
half
I mean,
the world?
I'm fine. Like, what is ethic about killing anybody? What is ethical?
That's true.
Saving half the world to save the other half. Or what is it? Or is it just like? I think the reason why we're killing half the people has to, we need to know that to decide what's ethical or not.
I think it's like, what is the best way? If you wanted to, because you want a world that's with fewer people.
Yeah, I believe we're
want 70. Blake told us to do 50. I think it's just like if you got to choose how all of these people were to disappear, it was in your fate. What would you choose? So I'm down to put it off for a couple weeks.
Well, see, that doesn't. That's fine then. Because ethically, like, is shooting somebody more ethical than starving them to death?
Hey,
I guess so, because it's instant.
What we could do is play an ethics game, and we'll have someone other than us.
Same.
Yeah, see that. Well, someone other than us, maybe. Bang bang.
Sponsor.
Well, someone other than us just throw like, all right, you choose the more ethical way of killing someone, shooting someone, or drowning them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna start the podcast.
All right, baby.
Looks much better. You want to see the video really quick?
I can see it from here. Oh, it looks
brighter.
Looks way better.
Actually, see us.
Show some of these chances.
There we go. Just casually put up this arm.
Yeah.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to number 53.
Welcome back.
I'm so okay. So I talked to Blake the other day, yesterday or the day before, and he was saying how he listened to the newest podcast, number 52.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, why didn't you use my question? The ethics question.
That's
about
funny.
50-50. I was like, well, actually, that episode's from 2 weeks ago. And he was like, you guys record in the weirdest way. And I'm like, well, we wanted to bank an episode for the event where we couldn't record. And sure as shit, 1 week later, we couldn't record.
Yeah.
So,
well, I wonder if that was like part in the back of my mind when I was like, hey, you want to skip this week? Because I
yeah.
And
I was fine with it.
But it's fine. Honestly, with how my last 2 weeks have been, today I was like, I don't really want to do it. And then I was like, that's just a fleeting it's a fleeting thought of how I don't want to do anything because I'm depressed. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go to the store. I don't want to fucking do dishes, But like yesterday, I've been having a weird week, 2 weeks with it. Yesterday, I got a lot of shit done. The day before, I did some shit. Like, once I just forced myself to fucking go out in the fucking backyard and water your goddamn plants, and fucking, walk down to the fucking mailbox instead of driving or to the post office or something,
Right.
It helps a little bit, just forcing yourself to go into the actions. So that's why I wasn't going to be like, hey, I don't want to do it again. I was like, I just have to. And now, setting up for it, I was like, all right, let's do it. It was fine. It was great.
There's been some vibe going on the last 10 episodes. Like, we haven't had a guest in the last 10 episodes, but like, we're really harnessing how to talk on a podcast and how to just be better and better. It's just like you and I are getting better at it. And I've actually been listening to the episodes more and more.
Mm-hmm.
And it just fucking fires me up, man. This is like one of the few times in the week where I look forward to something.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it later. Phobia. And it's my new thing. Fear of being invited out. It's the opposite of FOMO. I don't have FOMO. I have phobia.
Fear of
being invited out.
No, what's
FOMO is fear of missing out.
That's
Mine's fear of being invited out. I don't want to be out. So, but with this, like, I think about it almost every day now,
Mhm.
and I've been cooling it on the weed, and I feel like I've been having more and more creative ideas, or at least I'm noticing more things in the world where I'm like, I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Mm,
I've definitely noticed how we've gotten better, even though I've kind of stopped caring about saying yeah and and
Yeah.
everything. I just don't and like. I'm not worried about that. I would like to not use all those words, but I also,
Yeah.
like, because like we've talked about the problem that I know I have. Sometimes you'll be talking and my mind will just wander, and then but if I'm giving you those, yeah, like I'm in it.
You're
I'm in
there.
it. I'm forcing my brain to stay in
Right,
it.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
just the whole 1-2 punch.
I think there's also just a weird freedom. It's not weird, but there's a new freedom I think both of us have been having where we've been riffing a little bit and having a little bit more bits and allowing the conversation to stop to goof off.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the early days, we were probably cutting ourselves off from like goofing around too much because like, no, we're talking about ethics. It's not time to go into fucking pigs.
Yeah.
Like, so
I do wonder if we should get a little whiteboard on either side in case we're like in a good thing
yeah,
that when we go off on a tangent, we can fucking, come back to it.
one thing Blake said was like, you guys should maybe spend 5 minutes before the podcast and like talk about what you're going to talk about. And I'm like, you'd be surprised, but most of the time we do that.
I mean, we
I
think we give it a solid 30 seconds of like, what are we gonna do? Okay, bam,
Yeah.
bam, bam. I mean, the rest of it's kind of just talking about other random shit. Yeah, I mean that's a great suggestion. I can't say no to it.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
Why don't you take 5 minutes? Do
Yeah.
your job, whatever.
Why don't you send us the agenda, Blake?
Why don't you just fucking record the podcast for me?
Mhm.
It's fine.
So
I mean, I'll never shy away from constructive criticism when it comes to this, especially.
no.
We went into this. I had never done anything like this. I think you had done one other short-lived one, right?
no, like 8 other.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You'd done some casting.
Let's not talk about all of my failures. I've done one.
Hey, failures are just where you've tried.
No, it's true. I've
it's the
learned
same
a lot.
failure to not try.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the Duncan Trussell Family Hour.
It's pretty fun.
I've only listened to like a few of them, mainly the ones with Shane. I'm really into Shane Moss right now. I've always been.
Yeah.
Like I think he's a great, smart mind. His views on the scientific side of psychedelics is like, yes, give me more of that.
Yeah.
That's how I like. He's very open to the idea that, like, all these people smoke DMT and they all see a lot of the same shit. So maybe there's a reason we're seeing the same shit, but most likely it has some scientific reasoning.
Yeah.
And actually, he just said something yesterday where I've heard people talk about this, like Mark's kind of talked about it. When you get that into the deep meditation, that true meditation, you start to trip out.
Oh yeah.
And like it's like what DMT is to mushrooms and acid is what this is to DMT. Like it's well beyond it. So you kind of see, I guess, when you get to that point, how psychedelics are mimicking that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I've meditated a little bit here and there. I've never gotten something like that. So obviously I'm not in tune enough or whatever, but that made me like, I want to try that.
Well, it's like a cheap drug meditation.
But then again, I've been wanting DMT forever, and I've been sitting on DMT. I finally got some, and I've just been sitting on it for fucking.
It's so scary.
I'm not scared. I'm
you aren't, but
I want to do it all.
Right. Yeah, the DMT fucking scares me because you've like invited me to like the last 4 DMT trip sessions, and like. Honestly, I think when I'm totally sober, I'm down to do DMT, but I smoke a lot of weed, and every time I smoke weed, the paranoia comes in. I'm like, not into it. And I shouldn't smoke weed and do DMT, or maybe I should. I don't know.
I've only done it on marijuana.
Yeah.
But I'm super down to try it without it.
Right.
My problem is I just smoke weed all day, so it's kind of hard to find a time when I'm not stoned.
Right. Yeah.
What kind of worries you about it right now?
I really don't know. I have a big worry about being out of control. Like that's a
Okay.
big problem of
Yeah.
mine. That's why I think I don't drink. That's why I don't.
I mean, I understand it. I'm gonna counter it with, even if you're out of control, it's a max of 15 minutes. It
Yeah.
may seem
Oh,
like
right,
longer,
right.
but you know that it's 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I think I just saw a lot of adults in my young life do dumb shit while they're under the influence of something.
Yeah.
And maybe instead of just acknowledging that they're dipshits, I took it as that drug makes you do that.
I was just talking to a friend of mine yesterday, talking about how his daughter came up to him a while ago and was like, I don't like you when you drink.
Oh,
Like
wow.
you're a different person, you know? And he asked her, do you care when I smoke weed? And she's like, no, not at all.
Oh, wow.
Like, and she's like 12,
Okay.
maybe,
So
know?
she's- yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and that's why he stopped drinking.
That's
And
amazing.
he smokes weed like a motherfucker, but he stopped drinking. He
Yeah.
just fucking cut it out. And I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome, because that must have been really hard for her, first of all, to come
Right.
to you, like, and then for you to listen is awesome. And yeah, like,
And that's a really awkward position for both of them.
but you're different when you drink, as you were saying, losing yourself in it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because like you could be drunk and you could be joking around with your 12-year-old daughter, and she's, and you're just gonna be really mean about it, maybe, or whatever, and thinking it's funny, or just, being a fucking asshole. And it's not like you're not gonna rib her or whatever if you're high, but it's probably gonna be more lighthearted, or I don't know. We just talked about that a little bit, and so I get not wanting to lose yourself to a substance. But I don't think there's many people, and Isabel disagrees with me this. She said that she saw somebody on the show Intervention that was addicted to DMT, like sucking dick for DMT. And I'm like, I find that very hard to believe. But that person was probably just an addict of whatever they get their hands on. And they just probably were like, DMT's dope.
And it's also possible that Intervention was like, you have to call heroin DMT. I don't know.
Or something, yeah.
Because there was a guy on there that was addicted to mushrooms, and he was, and I think I remember him saying like, "Oh, I have to do them every day." Yeah. I'm like, but you can't.
Yeah, otherwise you end up like Shane Moss did when he went to a fucking psych ward.
Well, not only that, but you literally can't. Like, if you take 1 gram day 1, day 2 you have to take 2 grams. Day 3 you're already up to 4 grams. Day 5 you're up to 8 grams. Day, like it doubles every day from the previous day if you want to continue the same high. And 1 gram is not enough. If you're you'd probably want to start off with 3.
Maybe
so the next day 6.
Maybe it's addicted to microdosing it. I was in the middle of rolling one more. Yeah.
Well, microdosing, man. I don't know how I feel about it now. It's getting almost too trendy where I'm starting to hate it, I think.
I'm trying to stop myself from doing that type of shit.
I need to really stop.
Like,
it's medicine.
It's just
it's healthy.
Well, I mean, it's just as hipster or whatever to hate something because it's cool as to do the hipster shit, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess that's what hipster is anyway, not liking cool shit. But I mean, it's just as, if you're doing the opposite as all the people who conform, you're just as predictable.
Right.
As they are.
Yeah.
You're just gonna, you're gonna zag when they zig, like.
I think maybe I'm uncomfortable with seeing it in more bigger, not drug shit. Like, I think I saw, it was like some article on, let's just say, Vanity, that I just came across in my perusing of Vanity.
Yeah.
And it was just saying how microdosing is the next, like, antidepressant and whatever.
Yeah.
And it's
next
just weird.
Some weird like Maybelline ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So
you're
that's
like,
where it's kind of weird.
People.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like more like fuck those people who wrote that in general.
Yeah.
Than everyone who's microdosing.
Yeah.
Isabel's interested in it.
Yeah. The one side effect that like worries me is like if you're doing it for anxiety, I guess when you stop using the pill, your anxiety is way worse. For whatever reason. It's been months since I actually read what that was about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day where I can't remember much about it, but this is kind of off subject. Where it talked about how it's like Something about that look when you feel, everyone calls you smart, but really you just know surface knowledge about a lot of subjects or something.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
it struck me deep because I was like, oh man, it's me. Like I constantly want to know about microdosing and all this, and I'll learn. I'll Wikipedia it. I'll get the basic gist of it. Maybe read half of another article, read this one, and then I'm pretty much done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I have my ideas about it.
Right.
And I kind of want to get out of that.
Why?
I don't know. I want to be. It's not like I just want to know a lot about chickens or whatever. Like I need to know everything about chickens so somebody thinks I'm smart, or something. But maybe I don't know. I want to find something I'm interested in where I can stick with it.
Maybe because I do the same thing as you, but I think our approach, our time length is probably a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like you spend maybe a day to a week on a subject, kind of just like poking around here and
Less
there.
than a week, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mine is like for months.
Yeah.
And that's the only difference is like I'll learn about microdosing. And then like I bought a book on microdosing. I bought a book on psychedelics in general. And then I just found a bunch of podcasts all about psychedelics, downloaded all the episodes about microdosing. And then I only read shit about microdosing. I read people's experiences. So, and that was over just months, not constantly, but a little bit every day.
Yeah.
Just some podcast or something, just because I'm really stoked about it. And then I tend to know a lot about it. And then I move on to the next thing.
Yeah, I guess that's definitely you. You do get very in depth, and then you are suddenly like, well, we've talked about this before. When you're done with something or somebody, you're done with them.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like you've already done like, and it seems like with people, it's like you kind of know before. You're like, I don't think I'm not like this person. You're gonna give it some time, think about it, and then when you really know, you've already run through all the scenarios and you pretty much already broken up with them or whatever, and then you just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And well,
I don't know if it's the same way with subjects where we start to kind of get over it, and you're like, well, maybe I'll come back to it a little bit. You kind of dabble for a little bit, and then you're just done.
I mean, I'm pretty much just done with everything. Rebecca and I were talking about our old apartment in Roner Park and how it was the first time I had moved out, and then she just kind of just slowly started living with me. We had like 6 plates, 6 forks, 6 spoons, 6 knives. We had like 2 towels between us. We had the bare minimum of everything.
Honestly, that sounds wonderful.
It was great.
I have way too many spoons.
Oh my god, dude. In the house that I'm in, it's like 4 or 5 people.
It's like 4 people who've come together.
We have so many plates.
Ugh.
And I hate it.
Yeah, because I just know myself. If there's a dirty plate in the bin and fucking 12 clean plates, I'm a lazy piece of shit.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab another clean plate instead of washing that one and
Exactly.
Ugh.
So
then I have to wash fucking 40 butter knives or whatever. It's not that bad, but
but it's not. It's closer to that than it is far away. Yeah. So I don't know. I think, and I was just like telling her how much I loved it, and she's like, "Yeah, you don't like it." And our walls were bare. She reminded me of the room. I kind of forgot about it. No art on any of the walls. The bedspread was white. The walls were white. The comforter was white. The pillows were white.
That's a little weird. Yeah.
And then I had like colored furniture and shit. Yeah. But like my room was always clean, and like there was never anything on the floor. It was a very, very minimalist, and like it was fucking awesome.
Sometimes I want to do it, but then sometimes I like the clutter.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I think it goes along with subjects and friends.
Probably likes the clutter.
Probably. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a reminder.
Yeah.
But it goes along with the subjects and friends, I think, a little bit. Like, I don't really like any fluff. I kind of want to just get down to business. There's that dude at the wedding who said I don't talk very much. And I've heard that a lot before. A few people in your family like to point it out every single party. talking about short Mexican
Yeah,
women.
it's not the worst, like if you have nothing to say, you don't need to just say stuff for the sake
And I
of it.
don't
Yeah.
like to. I just want to observe, preferably not be there anywhere. But,
Trying to work on that myself too.
staying places and going out.
Just in getting over the fact that there's a lot of things I don't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know you probably know, like of course when you go to the family shit, you're not doing it because you want to, you're doing it for Rebecca
Yeah.
or whatever.
Right.
And it's the same thing with me. Like there's nothing like I almost feel like it's more, I should just be nicer to Isabel and do more of the shit she wants to do family wise and things like that. And just I don't know. How many days do I need to stay at home and do nothing and fucking I don't know.
What if you never stop ceasing joy from staying in and doing what you want?
Then
Is that
it's
a
fine to
problem?
have no, and it's fine to have that time. But if we're with other people who are almost the complete opposite of that, we need to. It's very selfish of us.
Okay,
to just
yeah,
and it's fine for us to demand our time as well.
Mhm.
Like, hey, I don't need to go do every one, but I definitely don't need to go to the things with a shitty attitude,
right?
Before and very like animosity filled because of it. Like I'm just setting myself up to have a worse time.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true. Yeah,
something I thought about.
Okay, so I agree. I thought you were talking about like ignoring that you like staying at home and pushing yourself to do something on your own accord outdoors.
I mean, it's to the boat. It's
Okay.
a mixture of that. It's I'm not saying completely abandon it and every day go for a fucking hike and do this and go to farmers markets, all the time.
Yeah,
but
being less selfish.
Yeah.
I agree. That's a good.
just
thing
realizing
to
that
do.
I may not want to do this, but that's fine. It's fine to not want to do something.
Yeah.
But that it doesn't have to be any more than that, I guess.
Yeah.
It's funny, in my depression week, I've been like, I need to figure out ways to be more positive, pretty much.
Right. I was gonna say that earlier. My dad sent the whole family a video on why you don't have to be depressed or have anxiety, something about that. And like, as annoying of a video as that to be sent, it's just like true. Like I know that there are really healthy people who are very depressed, but more than not, like depressed people are of the ilk cigarette smokers, fast food eaters, very sedent, not moving, and kind of I think get lost in alternate reality, like either through video games for too many hours a week or maybe television for too many hours a week. Very little sunshine in general. So like that shit. And then also maybe more alone. Can't think of the S word.
Solitary.
Yeah.
I went for solidarity, but that's not the word.
No.
It's kind of the opposite. I think that there's all different kinds of depression. I think there's self-fulfilling depression where, kind of like that. Where if I stay inside all week and just feel sorry for myself, it's not going to get any better. It's just going to get worse and worse. It's going to snowball. I mean, I know people who have been in great shape and did everything and got depressed, and it just leads to being overweight, staying inside, all that. So, I mean, kind of the same thing, maybe self-fulfilling, snowball effect type deal. But I don't know. I wouldn't tell everybody who has depression that, like, just not be depressed.
Yeah.
If you start feeling yourself be sad, just be like, sadness be gone. Like
when I do think about this shit, I'm really only thinking I look at maybe other people as maybe case examples to like further my point, but I always start with me, and that is me. Everything I just said I was just describing me. So I really do think like I need to like work on all of that shit, and I've been talking about it for 2 years on this podcast and way longer before there was a mic. So I really need to fucking change some shit up.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, there's not like everything you said made sense to me. Like, and I was like, yeah, if I ate better, I'd probably feel better. Because fuck, man, when I eat a salad at work, I'm like, yeah, I feel a little bit better about myself.
Oh, you feel
Like,
lighter
it
too?
just kind of rolls, you
Yeah.
know? Like
Shitting's a little easier.
like the other, you know, when I clean up the house and do laundry and she get all that shit done, and then I have time to fucking play some video games and smoke some weed, like cool. Like I just feel better about that. Like
They say we need to treat ourselves as good or better than we treat other people. And I think that I do not do that. Like I would never constantly poison someone and just be like, all right, you ready to eat Carl's Jr. or do you want Starbucks? Here's your pack of cigarettes for the day.
yeah.
You know, like I would not give someone all the shit that I do.
Yeah.
And be like, try to keep up.
Yeah, like if I was playing The Sims, I wouldn't even do that to somebody. They're gonna be eating healthy and exercising and
Yeah,
shit.
right. Exactly.
You know, or painting and reading and just whatever. But I'm like, can't even fucking sit up straight. And I have to fucking force myself. Like
I like this chair. I'm gonna try to like use it.
I switched it because my back's been a little weird and that one messes with me.
Oh
But,
yeah, no problem, dude. I like it.
But I've been trying to be straighter posture. And that one kind of forces you because you have nothing.
Did you ever see those like bra straps to
You've
keep your
talked
back
about
straight?
it before.
Yeah. I need to get back to using it. The 1 week I
Oh,
was
you had it. You actually got it.
I
That's
bought
right,
it. Yeah. The 1
Get
week.
some research on it for a week first.
No, I just like thought about it for a week. I was like, fuck it, I'll buy
trying
it.
to go back to your obsession with something.
No,
and
not,
we're
not,
over
not
it.
with things I buy.
Yeah.
That's my problem. And that's why I have no money, is because I will research the fuck out of microdosing. But when it comes to like anything like of money, I'm like, yeah, let's just buy it. We'll buy it and we'll see what we think about it later.
It's funny. I'm just the opposite.
You think about your purchases for a while?
Well, it's more. I'm more like, I want this thing. I'll put it in my cart, and then I'm like, I don't want to spend money on this right now. Like, yeah.
I'm really quick. Okay, so I
But
thought
you want a pizza? Let's get a pizza. Like, yeah.
I was scrolling through Instagram. I saw this guy's beard, and it was like really nicely combed. I'm
Mhm.
like, I want to see what mine looks like. Hopped on Amazon, found a $5 comb, bought it.
Yeah.
That was a 2-minute thought to purchase, and the only thing holding me back, technology, not me.
Yeah.
If I could, I would have just
it would have been in your hand.
Virtual or like
You would've
AI
had
is
that
going to get
drone
so
coming,
good
like, yeah.
that it's just going to be like, oh, you want to buy this?
Yeah.
You like, I noticed that you actually
We knew
have
you were
been
gonna buy
looking
this
at
like 2
comb
weeks
beards,
ago based on your brain activity. We mapped out how you were.
but you just got
want this.
paid 3 days ago,
Yeah.
so you're going to
Here
buy
it
it
is.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a beard comb coming. I also bought this one.
Well, I mean,
kind
you
of
could tell the
think
difference
about.
without even a special beard comb. Like when I wake up in the morning, my beard looks a lot different, and I have to brush it down to make it
Yeah.
even look semi respectable, I guess,
I
professional.
never brush mine,
Yeah. You should,
but I'm gonna start.
Just grab your girlfriend's
sweet
brush.
comb.
They fucking love it. They don't love it.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it's professionalism. I've been thinking about that this week.
Oh, okay.
It is such a stupid concept in the workplace. Like,
I think it depends.
like think of a gas station attendant who's
Yeah.
got to stand there for 8 hours because they can't have a fucking stool behind the fucking counter that they can sit on. And like, because it doesn't look professional when someone comes in and you're seated, we'll take your, like, it's such a stupid concept in certain things. You know, like, I don't know, not crossing your arms, which that one I kind of get because this isn't inviting. It's not inviting. And if you're in a customer service type role, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of anything else besides those two things right now. But I guess like types of earrings, hair color. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I just think it's really dumb how it's almost 2020 and we can't have, you know.
Excuse me if I asked you this
Yeah.
before. Do my ears look big to you? Like, are those big in your opinion? Someone that doesn't have stretched ears.
See, I don't think about you as having them because I don't know, it's just you. But if
Yeah.
I like some random person came up and was like the first time I saw him, that would be one of the first things I noticed. It's
Okay.
like, oh, he's got pretty big gauges.
Right.
They're not huge. I would say pretty big.
Okay.
Yeah.
They look really small to me.
Yeah.
incredibly small.
Yeah.
At one point they didn't, but
Yeah.
it's been like 5 years since they've been an inch. They're very small, and I've almost been thinking about going bigger, but I'm gonna just wait it out and see what happens because
Are you gonna get them so big you wrap them around your ear?
definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play jump rope with them
That's
eventually.
I saw that people do that, and I
Yeah.
thought it was really weird.
Yeah. I've never seen that. I wasn't gonna do that.
Do you have no idea what I'm talking about?
No, but I can imagine
when
it.
they get really big and they have to take them out for work or whatever, they literally just wrap it around their
Oh.
ear, so like it just looks like you
A
can't
fucked
hardly
up
tell.
ear.
You can't really tell, honestly. It's
Wow.
kind of weird, actually. But I mean, you can tell because one of the earlobes goes like around here.
Sure,
And
they're
like,
basically
"Oh,
missing
fuck,
their
yeah."
entire earlobe.
I don't know.
But
But you wanted to go bigger, but you
yeah,
don't
but I
want
wasn't
to 'cause of
really
work
talking
now,
about
or
that. I don't. There was something else I was going for, but
just you got used to it. And
no,
maybe
work
that-
I don't really mind. I mean, they already hired me with 1 inch. Are they really going to give a fuck at 2?
See, that's the thing though. Is like someone. That's my whole thing. My whole thing is about customers. Like, if someone goes into a gas station needing gas, oh, this fucking blue-haired guy with huge fucking gauges is sitting on a stool instead of standing while he takes my 20. I'm out of here. I'm not
Right.
going here. I'm going across. That'll never fucking happen.
Yeah.
Unless like the guy is like wearing like a fuck Jesus t-shirt and that person's super Christian or something.
Yeah.
Like that's very few. And I admit there is a line that maybe shouldn't be crossed while you're at work. But I think that line is a lot farther than, I guess, workplaces think.
Let me throw you this one. What if the stool incentivizes more people to be lazier about their job?
That's something people say.
Because it
And
could. I could see how I could get addicted to the chair and not really want to do extra shit.
then you're gonna get in trouble by your boss or your manager who should
Right.
be doing their job managing and realizing shit isn't getting done. It's more of the fact, like, I don't know, if you're a cashier and all you are is a cashier, why do you have to stand there for 8 hours instead of sit for
Yeah.
6 of them, stand up some of the time, like it's not good to stand for in the fucking same spot for 8 hours. It's
Yeah.
bad for your fucking back. I don't know. Let
Well, the-
motherfuckers sit down. That's
the-
all I want.
The American work holiday shit isn't that great compared to like a lot of the world.
It's getting better.
yeah.
Yeah, we are working less and less hours as a country, but I mean,
Well,
we average. I think it's 2 weeks off each year, something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
nothing.
And like, there's countries that are like 2 months.
Right.
Think like
A
and
solid
like a
amount of
30-hour work week. There's like talk of wanting to go to a 4-day work week. And I would be so fucking happy
That'd be amazing.
having 3 days off instead of 4.
Yeah.
Give me, I don't know. Pay me the same though. I work 4/10s.
So that's the whole thing is probably the pay that comes to it.
Just work
But
four
it's just like
tens.
I don't
I don't
yeah.
know.
I
You
know
still
there's
get
some
40
presidents
hours.
who want it, or some people who want to be president who want to make it so CEOs and higher managers, like if they make X percent more than the average employee, they're fined
Mhm.
and have to pay like most of it back in taxes. So it doesn't matter.
It is crazy how the CEO job has gotten way more ludicrous than ever.
Yeah.
Like, pulling these numbers off the top of my head, in the 50s, it was like a CEO made like 60 times as much as the average employee, and now it's like 300 times or some shit.
Right. That sounds about
Yeah,
right.
it's like a crazy amount more. And I don't know. I guess there's more at stake. I don't know.
Technically, they're running the whole company. So if they
But they were running the whole company in the 50s too, though.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, hey man,
Finish your
I'm
thought.
right there
Sorry.
with
I
you.
immediately was like, nah.
Yeah, I know, dude, and I'm on your side. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that you could say is like they are also heading bigger companies than they did in the 50s. These
Yeah,
companies are significantly bigger.
I feel like that idea is just like it's minimizing the importance of the burger maker in the equation.
That's
Like
true.
it may be the least skilled or least desirable, the lowest rung of it on your
Right.
way up to CEO, but that motherfucker is is important too.
Yeah.
And he deserves a living wage. He deserves to be able to have, a life.
Yeah.
The idea that there's like certain jobs that are like for teenagers and shit is fucking stupid. And that's just the richest people's way of making more than they need to do.
Right.
Like, this is going to go back into the fact that like billionaires, I'm not a big fan, I guess.
Yeah,
But I don't know. Like, I don't think like a burger maker should make as much as the CEO of Burger King. Obviously, I get that.
What do you think about the CEOs that take $1 but a massive bonus if the company does well? Is that kind of the same deal, or is that a little bit more like, well, at least if the company does shit that year, they probably won't get as much money?
Why not just take a decent salary? Why not take 30 times the 60,000 or whatever that most people are making in your company? And then when your company does great, give everybody a bonus because everybody had a part in it.
Yeah.
The CEO isn't like me or you playing a fucking video game, controlling it. Those pawns in there are doing shit too, and like your lowest force is important too, especially if it's customer service based or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Speaking of presidents, we've talked about Yang a little bit. Have we talked a lot about his like basic income, whatever?
I don't think not in a long time. I'm not like all I remember.
Very curious how it would work. I mean, I know.
Yeah,
that's taxing the rich more, right? Is that how he wants? I honestly don't know what his plan is.
I don't fucking remember what it was either. I think it was diverting taxes a little bit. No, fucking man. I don't remember how either, but I know his idea was that it would go back into the economy basically immediately, which I don't really see. If Rebecca and I both said if we had $2,000 coming in, because I think it's $1,000 per person, not per household, right?
That's what I've understood.
Yeah. So we'd have $2,000 coming in. That shit would be going into a savings account for a house. Why the fuck would we there are other people who are immediately going to spend
I mean, that 1,000 might, but then like in my case, 6 months I'd be out of debt.
Right.
And then I'm going to save obviously, but I'm also going to spend more knowing that I am saving 1,000 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to those purchases that I talked about earlier, where I have that shit in my cart and I'm like, I'm buying a fucking beard comb, bro.
Sure.
Like, like I'm buying, the stupid shit I want. Like,
but would that just come out of your normal paycheck? Because my point is your normal paycheck is being spent right now. And then like,
are you keeping your 401k if you're getting $1,000 a month that you're saving?
Yeah, definitely. So like, 100% because I only utilize the amount.
I mean, that $1,000 a month is going to make you more than your 401k if you're smart about it.
Yeah, but I'm only using 5% to go into my 401k.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is you don't want like just one savings account. You would want like currently I have a 401k, I have a Roth IRA, I have a savings account through Barclays, which accrues me 2% a year, which isn't anything, but it's more than anyone else is offering.
Yeah.
As far as I know, if anyone knows, hit me up.
Drop us a line,
please. And then I look at my credit every fucking month just to see where it's fucking awesome. And then maybe it's more of an affirmation just to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I was doing that when my credit was good. I felt good about it.
It feels amazing. So I'm just.
And now that mine's bad, I don't have very well.
right.
Like I'll look in a couple months after I'm working on these credit cards.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just got another credit card.
Excuse me.
No worries. To help the credit, but it's also just better rewards. I got that Amazon Prime card.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And it's like 5% off at Amazon when you use it. It's 2% back anywhere else, and like 1% for gas or some shit like that.
Dope.
So
I don't know. I feel like if I was getting $1,000 a month more than I was getting right now, I feel like I wouldn't go have a 401k. I would probably just divert that into different savings accounts
Yeah.
and then use the fucking 7% or whatever I keep. Like, I'd be spending that on other stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'll definitely live more frivolously anyway, like with an extra $1,000 a month.
My goal is to retire as
Yeah.
early as possible. So I think I really would just want to put it into, and I probably wouldn't even put most of it into savings. I'd probably put it more into the market or into currencies, possibly cryptocurrencies.
Mhm.
I don't keep up anymore. I just dropped it
Yeah.
off. It's long
Yeah,
enough.
really.
Long enough.
Just looking at the wasp trying to get in the window.
Oh,
It might have
tight.
flown away.
No, that would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of wasps.
We're good, man. Don't worry. We don't have to be that scared.
Okay.
Run! But they hang out by that window trying to get in there. What the? They had a fucking. They had a nest in here last year, a year and a half ago. So
How'd you get that out?
I waited till winter time because they go dormant, and I just fucking. They're just a little mud. It was a little mud nest, so I just fucking knocked it off the wall, and threw it
Nice.
away, closed up all the sealed everything, and
No, we're good.
they don't come in anymore.
That's pretty tight.
But you could tell they're like, I feel like I'm supposed to go in there.
Yeah.
Like, my ancestors went in there, I think.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
This is a nice little room. If you want to, you can go on the YouTube channel. We're doing videos now, so you can see all the cool fucking art that we've been looking at for 2 years.
Yeah, we need to get some new shit in here.
I know. Rebecca said that when she goes to Ross, she'll keep an eye out for cool shit for us.
That's
They
right.
always
She
have
took
some
the
goofy-
dog picture back.
I know.
Because we weren't doing video.
I know.
Yeah.
But but she found 2 other paintings that look almost like the dog, the ones of a llama and the
Just gonna
other
paint
ones
my
of a
own dog
camel.
painting. Yeah. Oh,
But they look tight.
give me the
like on our
camel.
wall. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a picture.
Oh, it's on
and
your wall.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, the dog is going to good use.
Yeah,
Like, it was
okay, I
not
see what
taken
you
out of
mean.
here in
Yeah,
vain.
yeah.
It's not sitting in a closet. It looks really nice. Yeah. But yeah, I want to get some art. I was thinking about photoshopping some funny shit with you and I on it.
I was thinking about doing green screen, man.
That would be really
Put it
cool.
in outer space, dude. Like,
We'll have to do it when we have a computer that can actually do
Definitely.
webcamming.
yeah.
But yeah, I 100% want to do this whole thing in green screen. That'd be amazing.
Have you been playing video games?
Borderlands 3,
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
how it's cool.
It's
Yeah.
really cool. The art's sick. The story's okay.
Is the art just like the other ones?
I imagine so.
Yeah. Oh, this is the first one you played.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you played them
Yeah.
before?
I played just a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know why. Like the art looks cool, but it doesn't strike me. Like I feel like I wouldn't want to play it for a long time. I don't know why. But when I see like stills of it
Yeah.
or whatever, I'm like, oh, that looks dope. Or people cosplaying as it, where like
Right.
super real life, like even with the art style, like it looks fucking cool.
I want to look
I don't
up.
know. I don't know what it is about it that like.
So I watched a video before I bought it. It was like a review, and the guy was saying how he's been playing for 30 hours now, and
Yeah.
there's still new shit coming up in the game. Like, it's not just like repetitive on the same planet
Yeah.
so much, and the enemies are actually changing and being different, and like there's new shit still at 30 hours. I've played
That's pretty good.
21 hours
Yeah.
so far, and I can attest that there are so many places I got to where I'm like, all right, this is probably all the planets and all the maps that I'm gonna be. And no, I'm still discovering new maps.
Mhm.
It's I'm getting new guns constantly that I haven't played with, and all the guns are crazy fucking weird and strange, and none of them are alike. It's a really sick game. It's definitely not that repetitive. It's not repetitive at all yet.
That's cool.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I'll probably try it out eventually. But
Yeah.
like then again, I wanted to try out Far Cry like pretty bad. I never got around to it. I haven't been playing much video games.
I realized I have Primal and 5.
Yeah.
I just bought 5
Yeah.
and I was playing it, and then I realized I had Primal. And then I just started playing that a bit. But that was one of those games where you're playing it and you look at the clock and you're like, it's only been 30 minutes. It was really boring.
Oh, really?
Both Rebecca and I
thought you were gonna
like,
say the opposite.
No, really
that's
boring.
how Civilization 6 is. Like, I'll be playing for like 4 hours and be like, oh shit, like I thought it was an hour or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know. And but even then, like, I built the PC. I don't play that much on it.
Yeah.
Elliot loves it, and I enjoy it when I do get on it and shit. I don't know. I'll come back to video games, I'm sure. I'll come
Yeah.
back hard.
We'll take breaks.
Yeah.
I bought that 3 months for $10 to save some cash.
Yeah.
Haven't played online yet.
Yeah.
It's been like a whole month.
I refunded mine after I bought the 3 for 15 with the thing. I was like, I'm not gonna be playing. Give me my money back.
Right.
Like, you can do yours up to the 3 months. You can do it right the day before and get your $10 back and buy it again. Like, especially with the Game Pass and shit. It's a weird system. Like, people have done it for years.
I wonder if they just don't give a shit.
They probably don't.
Yeah.
They're like, you give us, okay, we'll take the 5. You move that, you need some back. It's weird. Yeah.
They just want you playing. I buy a lot of games. All right, what time do you think we're at? Let's shut this shit down.
Isabel had a suggestion that we should find a way to wrap up more cleanly, maybe.
Okay.
She says we end very abruptly, and like, I know we do.
She's true.
Yeah.
That's
But
it.
I was explaining to
Did
her.
you hear me? Like you ended your
you're
sentence. I'm like, all right, let's leave.
Cool. Again, but you had probably been you know, I can tell that when we're running down.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. We give each other visual cues sometimes too. So I explained that to her, but now with I don't know. What do we spend? 2 minutes? Like, I enjoyed today.
Hey, dude.
Like,
I had a lot of fun
yeah.
talking to you today. It was cool staring at you. I felt like, I don't know if you noticed my uncomfortable constant eye contact with you,
Yeah.
but I did not trail off one
You
time.
didn't.
No, in my brain.
Oh,
Like
I think
you
I could. I
mentioned
think
it.
I could tell. though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we can both tell when the other person kind of does.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back to the whiteboard idea. We could have like a loose ends. So if like we wrote shit down, we didn't get to it, we'd be like, "You want to talk about it?"
Super.
Or let's do this drop in and be like deuces.
Peace out, bitch.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm curious about. We have a guest coming in next weekend.
We do.
I need to ask him if he wants to be on camera.
I was gonna see. That's something I was thinking about as well because I know Stephanie, who's been a guest once or twice. Actually, yeah, she's not into the
3
camera.
times. I
Yeah,
think, for
she's
420.
oh, that's true. Like, she won't do the camera.
Would she not do the camera even if it was just playing at her back? Imagine if
I
we
don't think she would.
I don't blame
speaking
her.
for
I don't blame her. It's
like,
fine.
I'm pretty sure Rebecca wasn't into it.
No.
I don't think Isabel's into it.
Yeah.
Seen a theme here.
Yeah, definitely a
Yeah.
theme.
TJ's not gonna care.
Mhm.
I need to ask Corey if he cares because we're gonna have Corey on in a couple weeks. Anytime in November, that's when he's done with actually the 2 weekends, the weekend of the 25th, which is Isabel's birthday weekend. So we could figure out a time for him.
Yeah.
Figure out if he wants to
We
be
should
on
do it
video.
during her birthday dinner.
Is it weird to go have video dinners? I mean, video, like, only some be video and some
Yeah.
not. That's
The only thing I was thinking is like, I'm going to just point the camera outdoors and they can look out the window while we talk.
I
Because
wish I was good at video editing, and then I would just fucking edit them out.
I
And
know.
we could be like, we're talking to them, like they're
Yeah.
right here, or maybe we'll just put a little we'll see them back here, and we'll put a little fucking another like tapestry in between so they can hide behind it, and we could see them. Or
Well,
whatever.
one thing that
that way we could have Mr. X on it.
I did think was funny is if we like put up PVC or PCP or PV pipes.
Yeah, get our PCP
Yeah,
pipes
yeah.
and
This would have to be if we had fucking a camera thing that could do it. But anyway, put up the green screen, just put them right there. The camera would just see like this green board, and then we fucking just edit like a thing from Portal. I never even played the game, but just
Yeah.
do a portal for where they are or anything we want. Yeah.
A unicorn.
Yeah, or get really trippy and just use a picture of what it looks like when someone's not there. Just edit that in.
Or like a cardboard cutout of the person who's not in it.
Yeah,
Is that what you mean? Type of deal?
yeah. Well, no.
Picture. You said a picture of
If you took a picture of this right now
Oh, okay.
on the green screen, you just put this.
I thought it would
when
be
someone's
funnier
sitting
to
there.
just do a picture
That
of
would be
them, but
funny.
still.
That
Was
would
he
be
like, you're
really
not on
funny.
video?
Yeah, yeah.
But we can still look at you the whole time. I guess we can just end it. That seems like a good time.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, I guess we can.
Did you have something else?
No, I was just having fun with that
yeah.
idea.
Oh,
The other
I feel
cool
bad.
bit, what I've always wanted to do, but I don't know how it would look for like an hour, is if we did get the multiple camera setup to be like the that always 70s show vibe.
Oh, where it kind of moves to the person who's talking.
Yeah, and it maybe wouldn't move, but it would just like cut to us and we'd just be clearly like at a circle table just hanging out.
I mean,
But I don't know how that would look.
I got the GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you'd hang it and just have it swing around.
Right.
I don't know. One of us could wear it.
Did you ever watch Tim and Eric's GoPro show? It was really funny.
I don't think I've watched anything by them.
I like their real life shit
Yeah.
a lot more than their show, but their show's fine.
Yeah, I just never. It's
Yeah.
not like I avoided it. I don't know.
All right. Well, there you go, Isabel. It's a 2-minute breakdown. We're gonna get a board of some sort, or even just a paper and a pen.
Maybe when with the end we'll just talk about ideas for the podcast and people will know. It's all right. You can leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
Here. They're
Yeah.
gonna talk shop for 2 to 3 minutes
Yeah.
about how to improve it. And if you want to listen and give us some feedback as well,
We're here.
hit us up on Reddit.
Oh, if people could give us ratings on iTunes, it would be cool if you gave us high ratings, but whatever. I'm not
We'll
gonna
take
be picky.
any rating.
I'm bummed. There's 5 ratings
Yeah.
apparently. 4 of them are 5 stars and one of them's 3 stars, but I can only see 2 reviews and it's just 2 5 stars.
I wanna see
really
that
want to
3.
see that
Yeah.
fucking 3. I want to know what's up.
We're open to it. Let us know.
Unless maybe people just rated it and they didn't comment
Hmm,
and talk about how great it was.
that's why you can.
Or, I
only
mean,
see-
how mediocre it was. 3 stars.
I'll rate it today.
Yeah, do it. All right. And
We've talked about our Reddit subreddit, the name of it, right? It's all unsure and opinion.
unsure and
on
opinionated.
Reddit, YouTube,
YouTube, podcasting
podcast
things.
stuff.
Yeah,
Hit us up.
we're out there. Peace out, everybody. Oh, good.
It looks a lot better. I don't know if it's just because the daytime where that light actually helps.